This is going to be a damn good time. Not an AITA story. Title of the story, and again, it's from Just Know Mother-in-Law, is My Grandmother Just Stole My Birthday Cake. It was my birthday on the 15th, and I spent the day at work and then went out with mates, so I didn't see my parents on the day. Usually this isn't an issue. My parents will text me or call me on my actual birthday, but they're fine with not seeing me. This year has been a bit different though, as my brother left the country about a couple of months ago, so 3 out of the 4 of her kids are now living halfway across the world, and my mom isn't dealing particularly well. It's mostly crap that usually I can deal with, but I miss them too, so she's getting on my tits more than usual. Anyway, I agreed I'd see my parents this weekend and we'd do lunch and cake to make everyone feel a bit better. I effing love carrot cake, so she made me a carrot cake birthday cake. When we came back from lunch, I did my duty and let them sing happy birthday at me and blew out the candles. We were far too full from lunch, so decided to try the cake later. About half an hour later, my grandparents turn up, uninvited. It was fine, mostly small annoying shit for my grandmother. Then my grandfather wanted to have a closer look at the new driveway my parents had put in, so we all wandered down to look at the new security gate, the cattle grid, etc., except my grandmother, who decided to wait in the house because it was too cold outside. Fair enough, but I wasn't staying with her, so I went to go look at the driveway too. They left not long after. I hung around for another half hour before getting ready to leave too. I went to get my cake and it's freaking gone. It's nowhere. The gnarly old boot stole my birthday cake. The gnarly old boot stole my birthday cake. So my mom texted my grandmother, "Did you take his birthday cake?" And she replied with, "I thought that was our share." Your share? It hasn't even been cut yet. A full cake is not your share. You didn't even ask. You just took it, you wrinkly old walnut. Wrinkly old walnut is sticking around. Don't worry, I just went over and stole it back. Update. After I went and stole back my birthday cake, my grandmother texted me the next day. She texted me, "Grandmother, don't you ever sneak into my house again. I had no idea who was there. You're lucky I didn't call the police. You scared your granddad too. He almost had another heart attack. He could have died and it would have been your fault." Me, "You watched me walk around the house." Grandmother, "I don't care. Rude, rude, rude. And you stole, what's his name's birthday cake. It wasn't yours. I didn't take your cake. That's lies and your mom is spreading. I spent hours making that cake for insert name. You will be replacing that cake, girl." Me, "Funny. The cake I took had happy birthday, my name, that's not even close to her friend's grandkid's name on it. It was also filled with holes from candles and was in a Tupperware box with my parents' last name, which is not her last name, on it. I haven't heard anything from her since. This morning, I got a text from my dad. Dad, just a heads up, your grand is telling people you stole money from her Saturday. We're dealing with it." Which basically means she ran to either my uncle or eldest cousin, who is exactly like her, and they, instead of talking to me, ran to tell on me to my parents. Also, I'm undecided on a name for this particular nutcase. Someone suggested the "See You Next Tuesday" of Kirkcaldy, and I like the idea of incorporating a Scottish place name or historic Scottish villain into her name. Someone else also suggested the Bitch of Allen, a play on the Scottish town of Bridge of Allen, which is not far from where she used to live. Or I could name her after the Loch Ness Monster or something similar. What do you people think? Edit 2.0. One of the comments got me thinking, so I just had a wee Facebook stalk of the person she said was planning to give my cake to. Their birthday isn't until months from now. Now, whether that means she genuinely doesn't remember that and was going to pass my cake off as something she'd baked, or if she knew and just plucked a name out of her arse, hoping I wouldn't find out, I don't know. I don't care, to be honest. Both are lies. Well done, OP. Well done. That was a fantastic story. This is great. So this lady took the whole cake and said she thought it was their share. OP went and stole it back. And then she accuses OP of breaking into her house and stealing a cake that didn't belong to OP. And then, whenever she got nowhere with that, just started telling people that OP stole money from her. The wrinkly old walnut is either batshit crazy or completely delusional. Not sure which. Doesn't matter. Good story no matter what.